So I was telling a kid this story the other day and I thought it'd make a funny video, so I'm gonna tell it to you guys. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to meet somebody famous that you really admire or look up to? Maybe a childhood hero? Well, let me tell you my awkward encounter with Dan Aykroyd. So I think this was probably 2008 or 2009. I was on like one of the Ghostbuster message boards and just happened to stumble across a post talking about how the Blues Brothers were going to perform in Atlanta. I think the show was like the next day and it was really cheap and they didn't really advertise a whole lot about it. When I say Blues Brothers, I don't think it was Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, the other Belushi. A Belushi's better than no Belushi. I guess some of you guys might argue with that, but anyway, it was really exciting. We're gonna get to see the as close to you can get as early 80s entertainment comes. I bought tickets, my dad went with me, and I took my friend Bill, who you guys are gonna get to know eventually on this channel. He was at Haunt Fest with me, and he made the real Ghostbusters fan film with me back in 2010. He's awesome. So we go to the show, and they have a Bluesmobile parked outside, and it's just really cool. I used to take a digital camera around, actually, this digital camera. This is before your phones could take pictures that didn't suck. I didn't take too many pictures. The show starts, and they play all the favorites. B-Movie Boxcar Blues, Rubber Biscuit, Everybody, Soul Man. You know, how can you not get super excited about that? Great show. Not a lot of people there. It's kind of a smaller venue. We weren't that far from the stage. It was like in a bar. When you see Dan Aykroyd come out with the, you know, swinging the key and with the briefcase and just like in real life, it's kind of the coolest thing ever. So anyway, I think it's probably the last number of the night. It's like the encore. They come back out. Pretty sure it was Sweet Home Chicago. Sweet Home Chicago is just like all like half instrumental. I don't know at what point it happened, but Aykroyd gets on the microphone and says, let's get all the ladies up on the stage. Come on, come dance with us. There weren't that many people there. All the female attendees all kind of get up and start, you know, Aykroyd's like on the stairs, like, come on, come on, come on, come on. I looked at my dad and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna feel bad about being a lady. So he said, go for it. So me and Bill get up and kind of like dart to the stage. I don't know, I guess Aykroyd didn't anticipate this, but there's like a gajillion people on the stage. Bill like kind of like sneaks in and I'm like 6 or 7 people behind. Everyone in front of me gets on stage with the Blues Brothers, but Dan Aykroyd turns around and puts his hands on my shoulders and stops me, like pushes me from like going on stage and said, sorry kid, broads only. And then he like gave me a pat and then kind of like shoved me back down the stairs. And I'm just standing there like, but Dan Aykroyd, I have a Ghostbuster car. And like, but let me explain. So in a daze, Dan Aykroyd just addressed directly, like right in my face and talked to me and pushed me off of the stage. Not like violently, but just kind of like, sorry, go away. This is a bad idea and I don't want to get sued. But the thing was, I was kind of like Charlie Browning it back to my, you know, seat with my dad. And I look back and freaking Bill is on stage, just like right in the middle of them. So here's that picture. Yep, that's him. I'm circling him with Final Cut. But that's my Dan Aykroyd story. It's the only time I've run into anybody associated with the Ghostbusters franchise in real life. It's a really funny story. It actually really happened. I was really lucky to get to see them in person though. I mean, this was like 15 or 16 years ago now. There you go. Now you know my awkward Dan Aykroyd story. So like and subscribe.